everyone. I'm live here with Lindsey Santellan of New Horizons Life Therapy. Welcome, Lindsey.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a joy. So the first question I always ask is to tell us what you do and how you help people.
Okay, so I'm a traditional therapist, mindset coach, but I'm also Kansas's only Rapid Transformational Therapy practitioner. With Rapid Transformational Therapy, we can help solve a client's issues in just 1 to 3 sessions. So I'm kind of in my own lane here.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, give us a little bit of background into how you got started in that and also kind of what that means.
Okay, so I was a traditional therapist only for 7 years, and then I learned about RTT, and I knew that I had to transition into that because it was just a better option for people, and I can help a lot more people a lot faster than with traditional therapy. So as soon as I got accredited in RTT, I just took off and I moved my business to almost 100% rapid transformational therapy clients.
Yeah. And so tell people really what it means.
So it's subconscious reprogramming at its simplest. It involves the very best techniques in hypnosis, along with some other things that my mentor Marissa Peer has learned work for people over her 30 plus year career. And so she's taught it to us, and we're able to tap into the subconscious mind and really find out what's going on at the root that we can now uproot and plant seeds of better serving beliefs so that you can get to where you want to go.
I love it. And so what really led you to want to start your own business, be an entrepreneur?
Well, it was when I was in grad school. I just decided that being in an environment where it was, a lot of people in the same office wasn't really working for me. That I'm way too independent to get along with micromanagers and things. Yeah. So I think that I'm my own best boss, and definitely just wanted to work on my own and not have to follow certain rules or procedures. I'm really eccentric, in case you guys haven't figured that out by my cool DuckTales shirt. But I don't like to play by the rules that everybody else has to play with. I feel like I'm helping more people just being myself.
Yeah, making your own rules. So what's the passion that you have for RTT and for your work with your clients?
It's just so amazing to see people transform literally right in front of my eyes, to see weights lifted from their shoulders, to see them let go, because those are the 2 most powerful words in the English language, let go. Once people can let go, and I facilitate that.
I'm hearing your training in my head right now.
Yeah. So just seeing people, the results that I get, it's the most incredible feeling that I never got before. I know I helped people in traditional therapy, but when you can see the transformation just like that,
it took much longer.
Right. If at all, because a lot of that traditional therapy, it's dependent on them. Exactly right. And a lot of people don't follow through. So, working with me is an investment, but I believe that you need to make those kind of investments so that you'll follow through. And so I'm just very passionate about helping people and helping them to fall in love with themselves, which is really at the core of all of my sessions, no matter if it has to do with physical, mental, or emotional problems. It's always helped to fall in love with yourself.
Yeah, I love that. So what have been some of the problems that people come to you, without naming names or anything, but
sure,
come to you to fix?
Most people come to me for self-confidence, self-esteem issues. Weight issues are a big thing. And then I guess the next one would be some sort of physical condition, maybe some chronic pain or disease. It all has a subconscious root to it. So I'm able to fix different people, but I can work with people in a business capacity, which is what I'm trying to focus on right now for the month is, maybe somebody's hit an abundance block, a plateau, or they've hit that glass ceiling, they can't quite break through. I would love to help people like that more.
I think it really is a mindset
thing. It is. And a lot of us, especially all of us watching are business people, and we need to know and realize our limitations. I mean, we hire coaches and we seem to have no problem with that, but what about actually installing the beliefs that you need to have in order to get to where you want to be?
Well, and if you've ever done affirmations, like I've actually done Lindsay's, I've been a client of hers and have a recording from her that I still listen to. I mean, I did my 30 days, but I kind of still tap into it every now and then to just kind of be reminded of it. And it really is like the best affirmation I've ever listened to, and it's so subliminal. Like I know
Sure.
when I'm go into that hypnosis that it's just, subliminally reaching into my mind and helping with those things. So if you're familiar with affirmations, that's kind of what it reminds me of, only it's, kind of specifically meant to dig deep, right?
Right. And depending on what your issue is, I script a session completely individualized for you and what you want. I let the client tell me what they want out of the session, and then I plant those seeds of better serving beliefs in them. So that could be anything. It could just be, I am enough, said enough times, but it's different when it penetrates the subconscious. So you can write down all the affirmations you want. You can read them in the mirror. I'll give you a free tip. I think that if you're going to go that route, instead of having like a full-on subconscious reprogramming session, that you record yourself saying those affirmations and listen to that, because there's a power of a voice that gets repetitive. Repetition is key.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that. So what have been some of the challenges so far in your business or struggles that you've had?
Struggles in my business really all had to do with me feeling a certain amount of entitlement. As soon as I got my PhD, I thought everybody's going to want to come to me because I've got the better education and whatever. That's not true. People price shop. And a lot of times if they can't afford services with insurance, then they're not interested, which I understand. So coming out of grad school and opening my business and then saying, do I need to go back to grad school for a business degree? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. And I never realized until very recently the importance of collecting resources and resourceful people that can help you, and a team, because I always wanted to wear all the hats. And I had to learn to let go of that, and know that other people are there to support me in my business. And
because it's one thing to be an expert on the subject matter, the thing that you do, but all the other pieces of running a business.
Right. So now I've collected a team of people who can really help me out, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah,
that's great. So what do you feel like really makes you unique? I mean, I know you said you're the only one in Kansas really that has this certification, but beyond that, anything else that you want to share?
Yeah, it's, I hate to sound like full of myself. I just love being me, my authentic self. And I think that shines through and helps my relationships with people, because my clients they're not numbers to me. They're friendships that I cultivate. It's like, I don't want to see you again for therapy because I want you to be well and healed and everything. But I do want to cultivate that relationship and keep it fresh. So, I'm kind of take me as I am. If I'm not your person, I'm not your person. I've got plenty of people.
Yeah.
And so I think just staying authentic and not being that stuffy kind of therapist that you're like, I don't know if I should tell her this. She might be judging me. And sharing my story with people so they understand I'm a person too. I've got my own set of issues that I deal with constantly too. So I'm a constant student of self-development.
A human.
Imagine that.
So what does your work-life self-care alignment look like for you? Because you have a partner, husband, and you have kids.
Yeah. It looks very managed, and it has to be. I have, very recently learned too that I have to keep strict control over my schedule, which means that I'm working from, set hours, that I don't do a lot of outside hours or weekends if I can help it, because that's really my time. And so I have literal blocks in my schedule where it's like, this is Lindsay time and this is my husband's time and this is my family's time. And, I have to schedule everything in my life. So that's what that looks like. But you schedule in plenty of time for self-care and alignment. And most of the times for me, that's early morning before anybody else gets up.
I hear that from a lot of moms in particular.
When the house is quiet and you can concentrate on something. That's a lot of self-care time for me.
I love that. Yeah, that's so true about scheduling it in and having those boundaries, because if you don't have the boundaries around it, it will like sand into every area of your life.
Absolutely.
Especially when you love what you do.
Exactly. And I do really love, I think that passion fuels me, But RTT is a very energy exchange kind of session. So I have to manage that too. Recently, I just started doing 2 sessions a day if somebody needed to. It took a lot out of me. So I have to think about grounding and things like that because I'm an empath. So I have to try very hard. You can imagine the terrible things that I hear in sessions that come up from somebody's memories. So I have to work really hard at protecting myself and my energy.
That's important. So how do you feel like since you've been a bee, the Hive has helped you personally and professionally?
Well, I love the community, especially of women. I know that we're not just women, but I appreciate any opportunity I can have to connect with women and what I call tribe. So like everybody that has been attracted to me lately has been instant tribe, you know, really can count on people, really genuinely like people. And so I've been more and more involved in women's businesses. So to be part of my tribe, you don't have to be a female business owner necessarily. But I found that people like us are more, they understand more about what you're going through personally and in business. So, yeah, the Hive allows me to make those connections, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, and you've gotten clients from the Hive?
I have. Yeah. But more importantly, I've made relationships.
I think that's what we always come back to. You know, people will sometimes come in like, am I going to get clients? And it's like, well, if that's your focus, probably not.
Probably
but
not.
If your focus is on building relationships, for sure. It should be
like B&I. It's giver's gain mentality. It's, you know, I want to give more. And every day I wake up and I ask the universe to send me somebody to serve.
Yeah.
And almost always that happens, you know, whether it be somebody that calls me on the phone and just feels a renewed sense of hope. Like, finally, I found something that I think could help me get to where I want to be.
So good when you talk to people and they're like, oh, finally, let's try this.
Right. Especially when they're skeptical when they call me. And it's like, I don't know what if, you know, after 45 minutes on the phone with me, I can guarantee you'll feel better about your situation no matter what it is. At least I can give you that.
Right. I love that. So what insight would you give to somebody starting their entrepreneurial journey or maybe their journey as a therapist in particular? Either or.
You really need to define what you want out of that business. What does that look like? Be clear about it. I think that's why a business coach can help. Of course, when you're first starting out, it's hard to manage that in your budget. So right away, I would start thinking about what are you not good at? What are your weak points in this business? And who do I know? Or how can I meet somebody that can help me figure this out? So collect your resources, start building your team. That's exactly what I would do. I wish I would have done that 10 years ago. So by the way, I'm coming up the end of this month on my 10-year anniversary of New Horizons Life Therapy. So I'm looking forward to doing some celebratory things. I just, I need to kick myself in gear and get that planned.
Exciting. Yeah. That's huge.
It is. Just to come across it and think, oh no, I really did. My diploma says 2011 and I basically opened up a theoretical shop like the day after.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Sometimes it is that kind of epiphany. Like I know time will go by and all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, it's been 3 years, 5 years, 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Well, I was going to ask what you have coming up, but is there anything else that we can help you with or anything else what you want to let people know about coming up?
Yeah, definitely. I have been recruited to be the resident hypnotherapist for women's retreats. And so we're going to start those hopefully also at the end of this month. It will be, exciting. Yes, it will be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. We have 2 properties, Riverfront and Riverside. There will be lots of activities, time for space, you know, whatever you want to make out of it.
How do people find out about that?
Well, that's a great question because we're just starting the advertising and I'm not the marketing person, but
do you have like a Facebook page or
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, this is baby new, but I'm really excited about the opportunity. I'll be blasting it all over my Facebook.
So follow you.
Follow me. I do all my business from my personal page. I have a New Horizons Life Therapy page, but you know, nobody traffics the business pages anymore. So everything's from my personal page. I welcome friend requests. I'll let everybody know this opportunity is available. It's really exciting because with every, you know, cost of the retreat, you get an RTT session with me as part of that.
Yeah.
So no matter what these women's problems are, what they want to achieve goal wise, I can help them with RTT. So it's going to really blow up people knowing about Rapid Transformational Therapy and my business as well. So I can help even more people because I've got now a team also that's able to recruit people, women, to come to these retreats.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm so happy that you shared that with us. Can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah.
So how do people get in touch with you?
So again, my personal Facebook page, Dr. Lindsey Santellan. I have a website, newhorizonslifetherapy.com. If you want a free 45-minute consultation call with me, you can text 40691. I'm sorry, text Horizons to 40691. That will set you up with my scheduler. Other than that, I personally welcome any emails, newhorizonslifetherapy@gmail.com, or even a text message for those who like to text, 316-640-8534. I'll be sure to put my contact information in the chat.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Lindsey.
Thank you.
You guys have a great rest of your day.